hello everyone. Welcome to this tutorial on GenAI Stack. GenAI Stack is a complete orchestration platform designed to help you build large language model applications efficiently. So today I'll be walking you through the new two core features, the knowledge base and the secret keys, and we'll build a stack step by step demonstrating how these features simplify the process. So first we have the knowledge base. When you go to the website and you open the home page after logging in, you will see these two options here, knowledge base and secret keys. So what knowledge base does is it allows you to upload documents, automatically handling their text splitting and their embedding. Once configured, the knowledge base acts as a reusable central hub that can be plugged into any stack, saving you from the manual work of adding the splitters and embedding models for each new use case. Okay, so to add your new knowledge base, you go to create. You give a name and a description for your knowledge base. You set your text splitter, you can choose between these three. And after filling in the parameters, you can now select the embedding model. For embedding, you can use OpenAI, Azure, or Hugging Face. And then after entering the required parameters like the API key and the model name, you can create your knowledge base. Once it's created, it would come in this list, and now you can add your PDF files to it. So this is one which stores the stories, short stories of NCRT. So once you open your knowledge base, you can go to add documents and you can upload a file, or you can also add a URL here. So this is how it works. You can add your file, upload it from your computer. Once you've uploaded it, you see three statuses. The first, you see a queued status. After that, it goes to running. And once it reaches success, it means that your knowledge base is ready for use. In case it shows failed, you can try uploading a smaller PDF or a different PDF or the same PDF again. Next, we have the secret keys option. This feature enables you to securely store and use your API keys or global variables across any stack. By using secret keys, you can securely manage sensitive data like your API credentials without hard coding them into your configurations. So, to set this up, you go to Add New and you give it a name and a type between generic or credential, and then you add your API key value here and then you save it by clicking on this. So, right now I have two saved here, and Azure API key and Azure base key. So for this tag, I'm going to be using a simple chatbot PDF RAG implementation where I will be using this knowledge base NCRT short stories, and the secret keys here will be implied in the LLM there. Okay, so now let's create a new stack. We go to the new stack option. We'll use a chat one. Okay, so first we'll start by importing our knowledge base. So here is a knowledge base. We can pick knowledge base necessary. So I'll be using NCRT short stories here. So in case you're confused which component would be connected next to your current component, you can hover over this and you can see the available output components. So this makes the process easier. So now we have to connect it to a vector store retriever, which will store the embeddings. Okay, so this component retrieves relevant information from the knowledge base. It uses embeddings to find the most relevant chunks of information related to the user's query. So we will set the search K to 4, meaning it will return the top 4 most similar documents or text chunks. And we'll connect this to this. Alright, so the knowledge base here simplifies things. Normally, you would have to manually add the text splitter, the embedding model, and a retriever for each stack you build. But with the knowledge base, everything is pre-configured. The splitting and embedding is already done. So you just plug it into the stack without worrying about managing these components separately. So this vector retriever, next, let's add a large language model. So we are using Azure for this example. So let's add the Azure chat OpenAI. Okay, so here as you can see there's this globe option. If I click on it, I get my secret keys which I have added before. So here I'll click on base and here I'll click on the key. So automatically all of the keys which I had stored in the secret keys option earlier, they have been stored here. Next, we have to add our chat OpenAI API type. Okay, I have added the API type and deployment name here and the model name here. I have set the temperature to 0.1 for more deterministic and controlled responses. So the lower the temperature, the more predictable the output. Okay, so how the secret keys help here is without the secret keys feature, you'd have to manually input the API key each time you create a new stack. This could lead to errors or security risks. But by referencing the secret keys, it automatically adds for you across the stacks. Okay, now let's add a conversation retrieval chain to join all of these components. Okay, so here you can see for our LLM, we're going to add our LLM here. Next, for the retriever, we're going to add the vectors for retriever here. Now we need two more components, that is the prompt and the memory. Okay, so what this conversation retriever chain does is it ties all the components together, the memory, the LLM, the prompt, and the retriever, so that the system can function as an intelligent chatbot that references its memory and the knowledge base. So once we've done this, we can add a conversation buffer memory. Conversation buffer memory. So here our input key would be our question and our output key would be our answer and our history would be chat history. Yeah. So once we set this up, we'll connect this to the memory. And now for the prompt, I'm going to use a prompt template here. So you find in the prompt section, the prompt template. So here in the prompt template, you can add your prompt for your LLM. So this is the prompt I'll be using. So once you've added the chat history variable, question variable, and the context variable, we're going to save this. So if the chatbot does not know the answer or if it is out of the context, it will tell us that it is out of the context. So we will save this. So this is the last component. We're going to connect it here. Okay, great. So this prompt template defines the structure of the prompt that the model will use to generate the responses. This includes placeholders for variables like the user's questions and the chat history. So once this is done, you're going to click on this build stack button, which will compile all the components and let us know if there are any errors in our stack. So once it says that the stack is ready to test, that means there are no errors with the APIs and all. So once it's done, we're going to go to this chat option here to chat with the PDF, the knowledge base here. Okay, so let us ask it a basic question. Okay, so the chatbot told us that the knowledge base context appears to be about language, specifically phrases, dream, and sell. So this is the knowledge base is actually a story called to sell the dream. And so this explains the PDF there. So let's ask it a question out of the context, like what is the capital of France, which is not a part of the context which we have given it. So as you can see, the chatbot will tell us that it cannot provide us the answer to that question because the context does not have that. So yeah, that is it. Now we know how this works. So what this knowledge base and secret keys helped us with, it saved us a lot of manual effort, which we would have used to add components like text splitters, embedding models, and retrievers. But this knowledge base streamlined the process. So I hope you found this video helpful. Now it's your turn to experiment with GenAI Stack and see what you can build. I'll add the links to the GenAI Stack and tutorials and more of the documentation in the description below. Thank you very much.